Yeah, what are you doing right now?
A second, filming this. They got it all roped off.
Oh, shit. Brother, can you believe where our money goes?
Well, hello everybody. I'm going to be reading a note or a letter or an article that was given to me by a man downtown who's homeless, and I know him as John. I don't know if that's how he signed this article, but we're going to start reading it here, and please excuse my grammar if I don't pronounce things right or correct. It's a handwritten note, and so I'm going to do the best I can to read it, and at the same time you'll be able to view the note. So here we go. Let's give it a start. Called Housing Reform. A protest that has been in front of City Hall for 19 days. It's more than that by now. Has still. This was written just the other day too. I think on around the 15th of May. Okay, let's start again. A protest that was been in front of City Hall for 19 days is still to be heard, and by the mayor and city council has been treating this with a blind eye. This protest, in short, is dealing with housing reform across the country. People can't afford rent. Next page. And the homeless population is growing outraged. Not only outrageous, not only here in Portland, but across the country. The government needs to look within. There is thousands of dying here in the U.S. from malnutrition and hyperthermia. We need programs that work and helps get people into housing. Next page. We need to either raise minimum wage or lower the rent and have a better system, one that will work for everyone in the U.S., not just the programs not just here. The programs we have are not working, and things need to change, not to be swept under a rug or ignored. Next page. The protest here in Portland is dealing with the sitting and lying ordinance and illegal camping, and I think that there should be a green zone or a safe area for people to camp. In exchange, the city can closely monitor us and provide better help as in causing and other ideas. Next page. Page 5. I am asking the public as a whole to write their governor and state that something should be done. What will they do next if there's no homeless to harness the small businesses, or will they raise property taxes and put their illegal stats in ordinances to move these out? And what happened to Portland? 6th page. It used to be a working town and a town working. Write the governor and have him put a stop to this. When has it become a crime to sleep or rest? The majority of the homeless work. They need a break. More public restrooms for everyone. Next page. We need more places with daily reasonable rates for everyone. More trans housing, and make it to where there's time in these places could be a reference for housing, and where their time in these places can account for something as a reference and employment, helping those who want to help themselves. Next page. 8. This protest started as a cry for help and understanding, a cry for a repeal of sitting on a sidewalk and illegal camping. sleeping, smoking. What next? Write the governor. Tell him to help and listen. Page 9. This protest has been before the mayor and city council, and now it is to be brought to the governor, and hopefully he'll be able to better address these needs and possibly start a nationwide trend, one that will bring the love back into this country and the neighbors that will help and care for each other. Page 10. Things in this country are getting out of hand, and this must stop before it gets more out of hand. And let's start a trend that will help, a program that works and not only helps the homeless but the community as a whole. Where will the college grads go when school days, and where will the kids now go that are turning, oh, I can't read it, it's hard to see there. Now go that are turning. 11. This protest has started small and has spread small, and only around 15 people started this. It is now bigger than anyone has thought. Last count over 100, and they have had 2 meetings with the mayor and council at the end of the second meeting. The leader of the protest has made it known that the group told everyone as a whole needed a break. So we were told to find camps and get sleep. All but 10 took off in fear of police sweep and people getting arrested. But overnight more and more arrived. And by 5 a.m. over 50 people showed up, not to illegally camp, but because there was nowhere else to turn to go. I project by the end of the 20th day of this protest, there will be over 150 people. Next page, 13. And according to the mayor and city council, protest can only be 8 hours. 8 hours. And anyone found sleeping in front of City Hall could be arrested. A lot of these protesters don't care. They have no place else, and they don't mind if they get placed in jail. Not to blatantly finger the mayor, but we don't have any place else to go, and he's offering free housing, meals, and clothes. Next page. 14. Although this is childish on both sides, where else do we have to go? And the problem is not only here, but throughout the U.S. We have lost our freedom, and whatever happened to picnics or sunbathing in a park. As we have a whole, this is a protest needs help and programs, and our freedom not only to speak but sleep in safe areas to go to as a whole. 16. Half of these homeless has college degrees and skills to offer the community. Why aren't they welcomed? And there is a need for more programs, ones that will work, and not only for the homeless but the community as a whole. Let's build the community, not tear it down. Let's make Portland a working town for a working town. Let's welcome new ideas, and let's help those trying to let them feel love from a city and a community. For community love for a city and a community, for their works and new ideas. Things need to happen. It's time for change. That's it. Some real good ideas there by John. Thanks.